Just Ash here. Today I was going to be answering the questions you guys asked me, but unfortunately no one asked me any questions, which is fine. You've all got busy lives, you don't want to sit around and ask me questions on the internet, I understand. But I am not a quitter, and I have gone on Tumblr and found an Ask meme that I am going to answer today. I was going to do a video games based one, but I've been speaking about video games all week because of E3 and I'm bored of it now, so instead I'm going to be doing an anime themed one. I've written all the questions out and put them in my BMO hat so that I'm not just reading them off a list, and there are 26 questions in here. I don't know if I'll answer them all today, but I will definitely answer a good amount, so let's get on with it. Where can I put BMO? BMO can live here. Okay. Which anime made you laugh the hardest? It's either going to be One Punch Man or Food Wars. Food Wars probably wins because I just think the idea of a foodgasm is so silly. How many anime episodes is ideal for you? I would say a decent amount. Around 50 is probably perfect because it's not too long, but it's also not too short. I'm just throwing these on the floor. Favorite anime drama? Favorite drama anime? My favorite drama anime is Death Note, without a doubt. Name a popular anime you love. My Hero Academia. It is so popular at the moment and I've fully fallen for the hype. It's great, I love it, I recommend it, go and watch it. Thoughts on live action adaptations? I don't mind them. I actually quite like the cringe factor that comes with them. The only thing I dislike is when they are super Americanized, like the Death Note remake on Netflix. Have you ever watched an anime with over 100 episodes? Yes, multiple times. I have watched Bleach. I've watched every available Dragon Ball episode, not including Super. And I'm planning on watching Naruto at some point. I just need to psych myself up for it. If you could make a spin-off of any anime, what would it be? I would probably make a spin-off of My Hero Academia just to explore the lives of some of the characters that aren't necessarily in the foreground all of the time. I'm talking about people like Kaminari and Ishido because I'd just like to see how they lived their lives. If you could make a game for any anime, what would it be? My Hero Academia. That's going to be a lot of these answers, I'm afraid. I would have it be a sort of sim-based game, and you learn all about your quirk, which is randomly generated, and how to use it properly, and then you graduate and become a hero and continue playing that way. List your top 5 animes. Death Note, Tokyo Ghoul, My Hero Academia, Soul Eater, and Yuri on Ice. What is your number 1 favourite anime? My number 1 all-time favourite anime is Soul Eater. Has an anime ever made you cry? Yes, I cried at the end of Card Captors. I cried at the end of the first episode of Card Captors Clear Card. I'm a sap. Name a popular anime you hate. Does Elfen Lied count for this? Is that still popular enough? I just really don't get all the hype around it and why everyone thinks it's so good. I personally thought it was quite boring and had to drop it, I'm afraid. There's still loads left. Who is your favourite anime character? Tsuyu from My Hero Academia. I think she is adorable. I love her frog quirk and I would happily watch anything that had her in it. Have you ever watched an entire anime in one sitting? Yes, I've done this so many times, but the one I remember the most is Seven Deadly Sins because I literally sat in bed and watched it all in one day. Favourite slice of life anime? Ouran High School Host Club. It's one of the first animes I ever actually watched, and it just fills me with such joy. Name one anime you wish everyone would watch. Food Wars, just so I had more people to talk about how silly it is. Or Blood Lad, because that's actually really good and I don't know anyone else that has watched it. What is the most times you've rewatched an anime? In its entirety, 4 or 5, because I have seen the Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood anime about that many times. It's basically my go-to when I want to watch an anime but not really pay attention to what's going on. I've seen it enough times now that I can pick it up whenever and know exactly what's happening. In your opinion, what makes a good anime? Personally, I like really strong character-driven stories. I don't like too much fan service, but a little bit is always good because it just ends up being funny. And I really like a magical or mystical element. I'm not really too fond of slice of life animes as I do tend to find them a little bit too mundane for my tastes. Have you ever dropped an anime? If so, why? So I've dropped Elfen Lied for it being boring. I've dropped Sword Art Online because I really didn't like the relationship between the 2 lead characters. And I dropped Tokyo Ghoul on Netflix because I noticed all the censorship and it kind of ruined it for me. Favourite sports anime? It's either going to be Yuri on Ice or Cheer Boys. They both are so happy and upbeat stories, and I really hope they both get second seasons. What is your favourite romance anime? I don't really like romance animes at all. They're a bit too sickly sweet for my tastes, but Card Captors, I guess, if you can count that as a romance anime. What is the first anime you ever saw? Pokemon. I thought that was everyone's first anime. Actually, it was Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! At pretty much the same time. But the first anime I saw when I wasn't a little kid was actually Cowboy Bebop, and that's what drew me into anime as a whole. Which anime character are you most like? It's a mix of 3 characters. It's Susie, Lotte, and Ako from Little Witch Academia. All 3 of them merged together is basically my personality. Name an anime character you absolutely hate. Eren Yeager. I absolutely despise him. I don't like the whiny voice that he's got in the Attack on Titan dub. I don't like the way that all the interesting characters are either pushed to the side or sucked in and warped around the black hole that he creates in the plot. I absolutely cannot stand him, and I'm gutted because I do like Attack on Titan. Final question. Would you watch an anime with over 200 episodes? Yes, and I'd probably sit and watch it for 12 hours straight just so that I could watch as much as possible in one sitting. And that is it, guys, my anime Q&A. Feel free to answer any of these questions in the comments below. If you've enjoyed this video, please give it a like. And as always, pour yourself a nice cup of tea and join me next Friday at 8 for the next video.